Okay guys, so let's talk about Season 1 of The Walking Dead. So Season 1 of The Walking Dead pretty much sticks to, it's a 6-episode season, and it pretty much sticks to the first 6 issues of The Walking Dead comic book. The first episode was longer than the other episodes, I'm pretty sure, and the rest basically take place on this hilltop. Like Walking Dead's known for that. Each season basically takes place in one location. That's usually an issue with Walking Dead, but it's fine with this one because, again, it's only 6 episodes. And it's very much introducing you to this world with zombies. So, what's the story? So basically there's this cop named Rick Grimes who gets hurt and is sent to the hospital, but when he wakes up, the zombie apocalypse has happened. So he needs to hunt down and find his family, get back together with them, and survive with his group in the zombie apocalypse. So, overall, not too much happens in the first season, which I guess is kind of forgivable in the comic, because again, that's just setting up what's going to happen in the rest of the series. But with a whole season, not too much happening, it is kind of upsetting. But again, I watched this and Season 2 was already out and completed, so I already had something to jump on where the actual story was going on, so I didn't mind. And most people didn't mind Season 1, so I guess, what do I know? If there was... The thing is, it seems very grounded. Walking Dead has always been very grounded in the zombie apocalypse. And the rest of the seasons do that, and the comic series does that. One of the issues is, I think adapting 6 issues of comic is hard to do into 6 episodes. So there is a lot of filler and doing stuff that just doesn't add up to anything in the end. Especially the very last episode. The very last episode is interesting because it's unlike anything else that happens after it. The last episode goes way more sci-fi than the other ones, and while I kind of like what the episode was doing, it just doesn't seem to fit the rest of the series at all. It just seems like that one episode out, and it doesn't make sense. So it really could have been cut. And the rest of the episodes also kind of could have been cut. I mean, it was fun to introduce these characters, but the thing is, the good things about the Walking Dead characters is that they keep on evolving. And at this point, the zombie apocalypse has just happened, so the characters haven't evolved into anything as interesting yet. Like the only one that really seems was good at this point is Daryl and Rick, and even then, they get a lot more interesting, a lot better later on. Besides that, like T-Dog is like infamous for not doing anything in this series. Lori and Carl didn't really do much this season. And Shane is just much more interesting season 2. So overall, the characters are fine, but there's nothing really to grab onto. It really just is the premise, and they really just show off this premise, and like, if you like this premise, why don't you watch the rest of it? So, since I came in like I did, where there already was more of it to go on, I was happy to watch it. But if I was watching it as it was there, just week after week, it was like the 6 episodes were all one pilot. The first episode was as if it was a pilot to the series. And while if it was, it'd probably be a really good pilot, because usually pilots are bad. And I like that they spend the time to develop everything. I just feel like you could have done it more efficiently and shorter. But as it stands, I didn't mind too much. It was a fun watch. Like, the zombies look really good. That's the one thing about The Walking Dead. The extras look amazing. And there was much better things to come. So overall, Season 1 is something you can kind of skip, but you shouldn't. It's a nice, and it's a good start to the series.